Hello and welcome back to my craft room. I've decided it's high time I did another page in my Snotter book. Haven't done any for ages. My head is crammed full of ideas that I want to do. Crafty ideas, arty ideas. So many hobbies, so many ideas, so little time. The Snotter book's fallen by the wayside again, and I'd really like to get this kind of finished now. There might be some pages that I'll just decide I'm not going to bother doing, but I'd like to, within the next, I think, couple of weeks or so, I think I'd like to call this done. So without further ado, here's my pimped up Snotter book. Looking very fat and lovely. I've been collecting up, whenever I've come across odd bits and pieces, a strange collection of items, because I knew I had this page in my head. So this is pages 183 and 184. This is a collection of found things. 1, place some things that you found on each shelf. 2, write notes about how they are magic. I don't know if I want to write notes about how they're magic, but I quite like the idea of arranging them on a shelf as if they're kind of museum exhibits, and I'll use my old typewriter to type out a little label. I did think about making up a kind of story for each one, because some of them are quite intriguing, but some of them I'd struggle to make up I don't know. I mean, I could say, look, this is a paper clip. It has a magical power of holding things together when everything around you is falling apart. all things like this. This little funny little snippet of fur fabric I found on the floor. That could be a snippet from the Beard of Gimli, couldn't it? This could be a lasso for catching unicorns. I don't know. I mean, I might think about doing something like that, but at the moment I just want to get these stuck in, and then I will type up some labels. So there's another page back here that I want to type. I want to get the typewriter out for. It's not too far away from this. Here it is. This is a system. So you're supposed to choose one word from each page if this is not a book, and then form a very long sentence. I think one sentence would be a bit ridiculous, but just to form a story would be enough, I think. That's what the easiest way is, if I type a word from each page, then cut them apart, and then I can just shuffle them about until I come up with something. So I want to get the typewriter out for that as well. So all I'm going to do for now is just stick these things into the book, and I will come back and label them later. I was going to arrange them all carefully and stuff, but let's just go for it, shall we? It's only Snotter book. As I'm always saying, I really don't need to get precious about it. This is actually my latest little found item. It was on the pavement in front of me as we were leaving Alexandra Palace from visiting the Knitting and Stitching show a few days ago. I'm going to deliberately put any bulkier items towards the outside of the book, because I've got a bit more room there. 5 cities. I don't know where this came from. I think this glue will be man enough to hold it in, hopefully. I'll put that up there. Oops, let's get it the right way up, shall we? So I'm just working through here, sticking all my random objects on in a fairly haphazard fashion, hoping that the glue will stick all of these different materials to paper. I found these things all over the place, on pavements, down sofas, in pockets, at my son's place, just everywhere. There I'm showing you a piece that my son 3D modelled for me. It actually says AFA for Arty Farty Annie. And once that's all set, and I can close the book again, I can go on with my actual little page for the day. What I might do is draw in kind of fake drop shadows and all these things. Rather than trying to type the words up, I could just type the numbers, and then I could have a key to what they all are. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a separate key to exhibits. Then I can let rip with the little stories behind them, because I'll have a bit more space to play with. Yeah, and I'll type the little list out. Excellent. So that's all I want to do with that for today. I'm not going to sit here and type on camera. So the actual real page I want to do is the next one of the books. I did say I'd work through in order just to get them done. Here it is. So it's this one. What's that to do? So this is not a book, this is a portable workstation, pages 16 and 17. First thing I need to do is mend this page. And I thought I'd have a bit of fun with this and imagine that this isn't a modern workstation, this is Leonardo da Vinci's workstation. The reason I picked Leonardo da Vinci is that he's an absolute hero to me. Ever since I was a kid, I've just been fascinated with the man. He was just, what a brain that man had. And I've always, it always makes you think, what would he do with the technology that we've got available now? And he was not just an artist, he was an architect, a scientist, a mathematician. He was the classic Renaissance man, wasn't he? And yeah, he's always at my fantasy dinner party. He's never been off the guest list. So that's what I kept these out for, because I thought instead of that modern pen, I'm going to stick these on. They're probably still too modern, really, but I just thought it would give a bit more of a flavour of Leonardo. And then I've got some kind of tea-dyed paper that I did ages ago. I'm going to put there that he might be writing his notes on. So we've got important documents that I'm going to do like a contract for one of the many things that he was commissioned to do. I might try and do a sort of doodly version of either maybe some plans or he used to do a lot of anatomical drawings. Maybe I'll try just doing a little beginning of an anatomical sketch there. And then where the notes are, I thought I'll just make out like he's scribbled down an appointment with the lady that was the model apparently for the Mona Lisa, who was Lisa del Giocondo. So I thought I'd do a fake kind of appointment there. And where it says coffee or tea goes here, I don't know if they would have had coffee or tea then. But I reckon Leonardo would have had a nice glass of red wine there. I might do like a stone cup of, like a pottery cup of red wine, because it'd be difficult to draw a glass. That's my plan. Right, let's have some Pritt stick. Let's just start sticking things down. So I'm sticking my pens down first, and I'm cutting a piece of that tea-dyed paper. I'm showing you the ink that I'm going to use for writing, and this beautiful glass pen that I've got. It used like a dip pen. So I've rolled up the paper there and I've tied a little piece of twine around it, and now I'm melting some sealing wax and dripping onto that knot and just pressing into it with the seal to create this lovely effect. I was really happy with that, especially those extra couple of drops. And now I'm dipping my pen into the black acrylic ink that I've got there and just writing Palazzo Vecchio, I think, which is where one of Leonardo's important works was commissioned. And here I'm faking up some scribbly notes that Leonardo might have made about appointments with clients and models and things. Just starting to pencil in the pottery cup of wine there. I've made an extra one of those little contracts. I'm going to pile the whole lot up like a messy, haphazard pile of papers on a desk, because I think he would have been quite a messy person. Most creative people are. Just using polychromos pencils there, I think, to colour in my wine. I'm working on a layer of transparent gesso here, I should have pointed out, which does give me enough of a tooth to be able to work into with pencils like this. I'm now blotting with ink over that scribbly writing that I did because I wasn't very happy with it. Adding a drop shadow with my coloured pencils there. Some highlight to my wine, and using the same white pencil I'm doing a kind of scribbly sketch that Leonardo might have done to think through some of his ideas. I pinched these images from the internet. Right, there we go. That's Leonardo's Portable Workstation. This is sorted. And that's enough playing in my Snotter book for today. So the next one is going to be... Ooh. Shall I just pick which one? I might just pick, so I'm ready for next time. So, it doesn't say his is a choice. It actually was this is a choice. So this is page 19. This is not a book. This is a choice. Pick a number between 1 and 221. Go to that page. Flip forward 5 pages. If you can't, flip back 5 pages and do whatever's on that page immediately. Well, I think I've said before, I never like to do things immediately, but I'm happy to commit to myself immediately. And in the very next session in my Snotter book, I will do that prompt. When we came back from our Ali Pali trip, I didn't feel like cooking. So we had fish and chips, and the bag came with this over the top, which is still quite sticky, and I thought, oh, I can use that somewhere in my book. Maybe it would wrap around the outside, or I'm just wondering if we could just mend this page with it. Doesn't look the most marvellous on there, though. I might save it for a page. Should I find somewhere for it to go? Just stick it over one of the pages I really just don't like. I'm going to do that in a minute. Right, let's make this choice. So, a number between 198. Right, go to that page. 196, 198. Okay. Flip forward 5 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, well, 5. This is a souvenir of your time spent on the planet. Make a list of things you most enjoy about being here. Do you know, that's weird, isn't it? The word enjoy. And what have I got in my hands? I think that this has got to go on this page, hasn't it? I can stick that in there, and then this other one can go somewhere else. Let's put it on the front page. There we go. Because that is kind of one of my watchwords with this. It's meant to be to enjoy. It's meant to be fun. It's not to get precious about. So I need to have a bit of a think about the things that I most enjoy about being on this planet. So that is it for today on my Snotter book. That's another page finished, and one almost done, and another in the pipeline. I've got so many more things. I've got so many more things I want to play with, I think they'll all be coming thick and fast on my YouTube channel. Whenever I can get a minute, that all I want to do is come up and play my craft room, really, because I've just got more ideas than I've got time for, really. But that's good, and I'm very lucky to have this space and all these lovely things to play with. I know how lucky I am, and I'm very lucky to have you guys enjoying it with me. So thanks very much again for joining me today, and I will see you again really soon. Bye.